Hey everyone, today we're going to carve a pumpkin, and we're going to tell the story of the pumpkin, how it originated and everything. Buddy, no, get down, you're not helping carve, get down. So that's what we're going to do today, and I hope that everyone enjoys this video. And I think I'm sitting a little bit crooked. There we go. I've already cut the top off. I just did like some zigzag designs, but I looked up to see where the pumpkin originated and the carving of the pumpkin originated, and it was actually a Irish thing. And what they would do is they would carve turnips and potatoes and put an ember in them and put them in their window on All Hallows Eve to ward off the evil spirits. And they did turnips because they did not have pumpkins, and it wasn't until they actually immigrated to America that they found, they seen the pumpkins and found that carving a pumpkin was a lot easier than carving a turnip or a potato. So that's when they started doing pumpkin carving. Which I couldn't imagine trying to carve a turnip. Pumpkin carving ain't the easiest, but I imagine carving a turnip would be even harder. But back in those times, pumpkins were only native to America, so they did not have them available to them to carve. So they took, I guess the next best thing that they could carve, which was the turnip. They have a folklore that goes along with the carving of the turnip, which now it's carving of the pumpkin, and it's called Stingy Jack. Stingy Jack was a miserable old drunk who took pleasure in playing tricks on just about everyone. Family, friends, his mother, and even the devil himself. One day he was at his favorite pub with the devil. The devil offered to buy Jack a drink in exchange for his soul. The devil transformed him into a coin to pay for the drinks. But Jack stole the coin and put it in his pocket where he kept a cross. The cross kept the devil from changing back. Stingy Jack freed the devil only after he agreed to wait before taking his soul. Years later, he ran into the devil by an apple tree. The devil wanted to take his soul right then and there. Stingy Jack bought some time by asking the devil to climb up the tree and get him an apple. As soon as the devil was in the tree, Stingy Jack trapped the devil by placing crosses in a circle around the tree. Then Stingy Jack made the devil promise not to take his soul when he died. Yeah, he sounds like a stingy old man so far. Many years later, Jack died and went to the pearly gates of heaven. He was told by St. Peter that he was mean, cruel, and had led a miserable, worthless life on earth. Not something I'd want to hear. Stingy Jack was not allowed to enter heaven. Stingy Jack then went down to hell and the devil. The devil kept his promise and would not allow him to enter hell. Now, Stingy Jack was scared. He had nowhere to go but to wander about forever in the dark netherworld between heaven and hell. He asked the devil how he could leave. as there was no light to see by. The devil tossed him an ember from the flames of hell to help Stingy Jack light his way. Jack had a turnip with him. It was one of his favorite foods, and he always carried one with him. Jack hollowed out the turnip and placed the ember the devil had given him inside the turnip. From that day onward, Stingy Jack roamed the earth without a resting place, with only his dim turnip lighting the way. The Irish called the ghost story of Stingy Jack, Jack of the Lantern, later abbreviated to Jack-o'-lantern. So that's where the term Jack-o'-lantern come from. I got some seeds in here that do not want to come out. On All Hallows Eve, the Irish hollowed out turnips, rutabagas, gourds, potatoes, and beets. They placed a light in them to ward off evil spirits and keep Stingy Jack away. These were the original jack-o'-lanterns. In the 1800s, waves of Irish immigrants came to America. The Irish immigrants quickly discovered that pumpkins were bigger and easier to carve out, so they used pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns. So that is how carving the pumpkin came about. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never heard the legend of Stingy Jack before. And when I read that, I knew that I wanted to carve a pumpkin for a video. So I knew that that was a story that we had to do. And I think that's all the guts that I'm going to get out of this pumpkin. So, I'm not going to carve this side. This is its good old wart side. And dirt. It's warts and dirt. I think we'll carve this side. So, I'm going to get something to draw on what I want to carve real fast. I think I've made a pretty good old mess here. I've been looking up different Halloween stories and stuff like that. Okay, that's the side I want. Just trying to get some video ideas and stuff to do for Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I know a lot of people would say Christmas or Thanksgiving or stuff like that is theirs, but I love Halloween. It's just creepy, and you can watch creepy stories. So that's just what I love. And I don't know how great this pumpkin carving is going to turn out, and I'll put you too close. But we're going to do our best with it. And I might need to lay it down a little bit. I'm trying to make it where y'all can see what I'm doing. So I want to try and keep it to where y'all can see what I'm doing without cutting myself. But has anyone else ever heard the legend of Stingy Jack? Is anyone maybe Irish and grew up being told that legend? I had never heard it until I actually researched it. And I know a lot of people may not celebrate Halloween or care to know the history behind Halloween. But I like knowing the history behind it. I think it's pretty interesting to know the history behind it. To know where it come from and why we celebrate, why we dress up, why we carve pumpkins. and all of that stuff. Okay. Just trying to hold on. This was a pretty thick pumpkin. I mean, it is really thick. I probably should have hollowed a little bit more of it out. And I put the eyes too close together, so we're going to wing the next eye. Did I? No, I didn't. Here's my other eye. It's kind of hard to see because I drew it in pencil. Does anyone else enjoy carving pumpkins? What's your favorite part of Halloween? Mine used to be being able to dress the kids up and take them trick-or-treating and everything, but now my kids are a lot older, so we don't do that anymore. They're 18 and 23. So I don't get to do the fun dressing them up and all that stuff anymore. Now they just kind of do their own thing. Which is fine. I know that's all part of your kids growing up. But when Halloween is your favorite time of year. Well, that one turned out a lot better. I've got one gigantic eye and one teeny tiny eye. And I don't want to make the other one. Maybe I should try and make the other one just a little bit bigger. Kind of match a little bit. Or at least shave away some of that. There we go. Is that better? That's a little bit better. My pumpkin's going to look a little bit deformed, but that's okay. I don't really have the proper tools to carve a good pumpkin. I'm just using just a regular old kitchen knife. But I want to do fun stuff between now and Halloween that revolves around Halloween. It lets me be able to do Halloweenish stuff. There's his little old nose. And his mouth is going to be way down there because I did his freaking eyes too far down. You can tell I have not carved a pumpkin in a while. But we're going to work with what we got. I'm not even going to go with the mouth that I drew. I'm going to have to kind of do this blindly. At least my knife is fairly sharp. Or this would be really, really hard. Because this pumpkin is thick. I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin this thick. But yeah, I want to do some Halloween stuff before Halloween gets here. And just have fun with it. We have an area here where I live in North Carolina called the Kings Mountain Battleground. And there's actually a little cemetery in the woods out there. And this may sound a little morbid, but most of the graves are babies. I've done research on the area before, but I'll have to do research again on it. But I want to go out there and film. And everything. So that will be an upcoming video too. And there is my pumpkin. He ain't the prettiest thing, but by golly, he's mine. And when they, from what I've seen online, when they carved, their turnips and stuff, they did put like little faces in them, but they were a lot creepier than this. I thought it'd be a neat idea to try and replicate one that I seen online, but I don't know if I would have the strength to carve a freaking turnip. So that's why we got the good old jack-o'-lantern, because I don't know if I would be able to carve a turnip or not. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. My dogs keep coming over here because I gave them a couple bites of pumpkin when I was cleaning it out, and I think they liked it. For tomorrow's video, today is Monday, so for tomorrow's video, I'm either going to do the graveyard, or I'll either do the graveyard, or I will do a nail video. I want to do some kind of Halloween design, and I want to go ahead and do it now, because with gel polish, I don't like redoing my nails real soon after doing them, because it's a toll on your nails if you do. So I want to wear it for at least 2 weeks. So I'll probably do my nails tomorrow and do a video and tell some kind of creepy story while I do that. Are you okay, Daisy Mae? Are you okay? Because I want to do a Halloween nail design, and we still have a couple of weeks before Halloween gets here. So that way I'll be able to wear the design for a couple of weeks from now until Halloween before I have to change it out. And so thank you to everybody who watched my video and enjoyed it. I'm trying to, I know some of them they're like all over the place, but I'm a little nervous, and I'm trying to get used to doing this and trying to get some good fun ideas. But if you enjoy this content, then consider subscribing. Give me a like. Leave me comments down below if you have any ideas of stories that I can tell or anything. Then leave that down below too. Next month is going to be a bunch of cooking and making candy. So if you have any recipes that you would like me to try out, I would love to try out new recipes or different recipes. And since it's Thanksgiving, I figured next month I'd do a lot of cooking. And I love to make candy, so I figured we'd do a lot of candy videos. But I will see y'all in the next one. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day, or evening, or night, or whatever time it is where you're at. Say bye.